Okay, here we go. Front yard of the house. I have some mums under the crepe myrtles by the lamppost. This is looking down the street. I have a full bed of plantings of evergreens mostly. Walking down toward the house. It's our view of the yard from the house. Catmints in the front, boxwoods, PGM rhododendrons, some hostas in the container. Evergreen magnolia here on the corner that replaced the dogwood that we used to have there. Swinging back across the front of the yard. These are the rhododendrons in bloom right now. Azaleas have stopped blooming. This is a bed of pachysandras and ferns that I planted underneath the tall yew bushes. Side of the house we have a burning bush, bleeding heart, fern leaf, hollies in front of the generator, a fountain that's running. Need some more water. But I think we're going to get some rain tonight. Some veronicas underneath. Japanese maple next to the pond, which I'll come back to. Over here we have some ferns and hostas. Along the side, daylilies. Plantings go all the way down the back to the telephone pole. So over here, back at the house, you can see the patio, the liriope, variegated liriope under the cryptomeria tree, the Beta-Catsaurus trees in the middle of the yard. Look at the iris that are blooming next to the pond. How pretty is that? Mostly yellow. I transplanted a lot of these out of here, so I think most of the purples are in the back of the yard. Geraniums that have already blossomed and are losing their blossom. So we'll have to catch them next time. Side of the garage, another Japanese maple. I have a yucca bush with your heritage hostas that were in the front yard originally. I have them all over the backyard. Some more yuccas. Take a sweeping view of the backyard here. There are the Cassora trees in the center bed. Back up to the patio and the fountain. Coming back down, we're going to go across the back of the garage along this side. Some peonies are blooming. The daylilies are quite tall. They don't have any blooms yet. This is behind the garage. I have another magnolia back here along the fence line, and I put iris underneath it. And there's a blue spruce next to it with ornamental grasses at the corner. And this is a red colored Weigelia bush with another tree behind it. Lots of grasses, burning bushes. This is the gazebo in the back. Jinx likes to hang out under here when she goes out, which isn't very often anymore since she got hit by the car. I have a wind spinner on the corner here of the bed amongst some irises, daylilies, and ornamental grass. and some bluebeard bushes underneath that haven't popped open yet. This is a long shot down toward the creek where the bridge is. And over here, you can see I have some bleeding heart bushes and all the transplanted oak leaf hydrangeas that I took out of the front yard to put my lawn in between the walkways. Wind spinner, love it. I have more ornamental grasses down the sideline here along the crutch fence. That's his meadow, and then it's woodlands behind there. Okay, and then I have my liriape bed all along the creek line here. And the creek I redirected this past winter because it was undercutting this liriape bed. So I dug a new trench for it, redirected it to go have a straight shot down under the bridge, and planted some ornamental grasses here, and I'm keeping this pretty trim. This is the dam that I put in. This is the back side of the dam. You can't see it from the creek flow, but you can see the creek in the background coming out of Crutch's property. I built the dam, put a little walking bridge over it when I rebuilt. This is the new creek. I put some stones in to kind of guide any floodwaters that might come through to keep them from gushing too fast. More ornamental grasses. There's the creek. I'm going to kind of step so that the sun's behind me. So back away from the bridge. Toward the O'Connor property line. You can see the creek continues on. And we've got more plantings back here, including daylilies, ornamental grasses. And then it gets wild. Where the creek winds around, it gets wild. And then there's the back of the house behind O'Connor's, the yard. We've lost a few trees. I think more are coming down, but that's the back of the property.